Testing, testing, hello. This is Sushi coming from the kitchen. I'm doing a little mic test at the start. How's it going? Can you hear me okay? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Anyone? Any takers? We can? Okay. Do I sound okay? Sounds good? Okay, let's go! I'll see you in 5 minutes' time. It's time for dump cakes. Oh! Hello! Hello! We made it! I'm always a little bit nervous when I have to open my setup on my cooking stream laptop, because yes, I am currently not at my regular setup. I am in my kitchen, my real life kitchen, and you're about to see a little bit of it in a second. Sushi, did you get a new haircut? I did. You hear cooking, Mike? Yeah, I hope it's okay. That was the first thing today that I had to sort of deal with, is that it's been a long time since we've done a cooking stream, eh? It's been a little bit. I think the last one we did was Halloween. If you remember the beautiful pumpkins. The mic is clipping a bit when you speak louder. Okay, maybe I'll crank it down then. Just a little bit. Sorry about that. Again, that is something I'm gonna have to get used to. But yeah, it's been a hot second since we've done a cooking stream, and so I had to, you know, move a lot of my setup over to my cooking stream laptop again. Because obviously I update all my assets and my setup as I go along. It's always a continuous work in progress. And so the cooking stream laptop was, of course, a little bit out of date today. So lots of updating to do. I think at some point I might just remake most of this from scratch, because it's a little bit fiddly, and it's a lot of things you forget, because yeah, I touch this stuff like almost every day of the week. And so a lot of changes happens in you know, over multiple months. So, you know, that was a whole ordeal, but as long as the important things work, then I am happy with that. I am also at least, you know, working on making my setup a little bit more portable. That's all the stuff I've been doing with the web sockets and everything, and it seems to primarily work, so that is good news all around. Hey chat, today's stream we are not doing my own recipes. Usually, for these cooking streams, I will write my own recipes, but today's cooking stream is a bit of a special one because we have a special guest in book form. Yes, Cathy Mitchell is here right in my kitchen, courtesy of the lovely people last Sunday who donated towards me doing a dump cake recipe stream. And boy, did I deliver. I didn't have, you know, a lot of time to prep this for today. Sunday was not that long ago. Yet I managed to get Cathy's Dump Cakes book. Over 250 incredibly delicious dump cake recipes as seen on TV. Very exciting. I don't expect all of these today to be delicious recipes. I expect some of them to be absolute disasters. That is a kind of part of the fun today. So maybe don't look at this as my best gourmet recipes, my best cooking work. It is dump cakes. And as in the name, it is all about dumping a bunch of ingredients into a tin and then chucking it into the oven. So the cooking part is gonna be quite simple. It's just gonna be interesting to see how it turns out. Okay, I'm gonna listen back to my mic real quick. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Okay, hopefully it doesn't peak too bad. Let's go to my real life kitchen chat and let's get this started. Again, I hope most things work today. I've tested that the TTS system is up and running and everything, because obviously that changed in the time we've been away from the kitchen. So I've got that up and running. I got the essentials. Dudes also seem to be working, so that's good. If anything else is broken, then I apologize. But let's do it. Here we go! I'll see you in my kitchen. Oh, what a journey. What a long-winded journey, but here we are at the end of it. My kitchen. My good friends in chat, look at what is in front of you. Look at this. Look at this. There she is. The queen of As Seen on TV. We love Cathy Mitchell. We love her. And you know what? You've probably seen this book before because I realized that not only has, you know, people like Brutal Moose touched on this, but I also saw Germa has been using this. So maybe I'm a little bit behind the curve, if anything. Regardless, here it is. We managed to track it down within days and had it delivered. And I have picked out, well, actually Postpal has done most of the hard work here and picked out today's recipes. I haven't really looked too closely at them. And what I have to do, kind of did that on purpose. So this is going to be very new to both you and me. Which is also, I hope, going to be part of the fun. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the book. That is the main subject for today. Oh, As Seen on TV telebrands. Do you want to have a look at the back, maybe? Yeah. We gotta have a good look at this before we dive in. Stop mixing and measuring, just dump and bake. Now you can make homemade cakes for your family in minutes. Beautiful, beautiful. It's all here in this amazing book. Over 250 delicious recipes that are ridiculously easy to make. Banana split cake, blackberry almond cake, pumpkin pecan, pink lemonade, and much, much, much more. Special chocolate cake chapter. Wait, what is this? What is this? Special chocolate cake chapter that's just in there? Just no relation to anything else, just it's there? Interesting. Very interesting. Enjoy more than 250 mouth-watering, quick-to-fix recipes. Bake up scrumptious desserts in no time, perfect for last-minute guests, afternoon snacks, or weeknight dinners. Move down a couple of steps. Make incredible old-fashioned from-scratch pies with just one bowl, and much, much, much more! Wow, there's always more. There's always more with Cathy Mitchell's Dump Cake Cookbook. Right, well, let's open this beast. Let's do it. Let's do it. Wait. Did TTS not work at all? Hang on. That is so silly because I did just set it up and I double checked that it was working. Always something. Let me give that a try. Let me give that a try. I just want to make sure that's working before we move on.
That sushi is a spy.
Well, see, this guy works for me. So why didn't it do Sir Icy's redeem? That's so messed up. That's so messed up. Sir Icy, I apologize. I apologize. Oh god. Oh god. Well, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, I take it back. I take it back. Apparently, only I can redeem my redeems today. So, let me turn all those off. Let me turn all of them off for you, so we don't have to deal with that. That's interesting. I guess that's a connection that's broken along the way. I did warn you guys that things will probably be a little bit broken here today. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, hopefully that's all turned off now. Get the dude as well. Sorry for the delay. Good to sort all this out at the start of a cooking stream, I find. Just so I don't have to stop every 5 minutes. All right, that's all done. Let's have a look at Cathy Mitchell's Dump Cakes Cookbook. And I want to take it from the start a little bit here and see if there's, an introduction and everything. You never know. Let's see. What do we got? About a Cathy. Okay, so no intro, but we can read about Cathy, okay? Cathy Mitchell has been cooking for over 60 years, starting at her grandmother's side, standing on a stool. She never refers to herself as a chef, but rather a great home cook who enjoys making simple, easy meals with ordinary ingredients. She has been sharing those ideas on television since her first commercial in 1989, introducing America to the electric sandwich maker, and in typical Cathy fashion, making a lot more than sandwiches. Well, there we go. And here is the table of contents today. We have a plethora of different dump cake genres on display. We got classic dump cakes, family favorites, a very berry, chocolate heaven, fall flavors, tropical treats, Cathy's cakes and more. Quick to fix cakes, no fuss bunt cakes, easy as pie, breads and coffee cakes, brownies and blondies, and one bowl of bars and the index. So there, my friends, we go. And I do just want to, I want to browse through a couple of pages before we go to the ones we've picked out. This is pretty much what you're going to see today. Very, very simple recipes. You can see most of these are not going to have a lot of ingredients. Some of them are as few as 3. Some are as many as 8. But in short terms, these are short recipes with short steps and short ingredient lists, which I do enjoy when I have to cook from someone else's recipe book. For sure. So we have things like cherry vanilla cake, blueberry cinnamon cake, peach melba, cha-cha-cha cherry cake, carrot banana cake, whatever that means, blueberry peach almond cake, banana strawberry cake. Wow, so many fusions. Classic apple dump cake, lemon poppy seed cake, peach crunch cake, and the list goes on. And I think we are going to use one of my post-it bookmarks here to move on to our first pick today. Are you ready to see this? Are you actually ready to see what we've picked out for you? This could turn out to be a disaster today. You ready? I'm gonna do it. Here we go. The first one on our list today is a raz and a peach cobbler. So fresh tasting and not overly sweet. A cobbler. What is a cobbler, chat? No, really, I'm seriously asking. I'm not American. I don't know what this means. What the hell is a cobbler? Someone's gonna have to explain this to me. Well, maybe we can get some clues from this. We got frozen peaches. We got raspberries, also frozen. We got yellow cake mix. Oh boy, did we get a bunch of cake mixes today of varying flavors and kinds. We got diet lemon lime soda. I'm gonna opt for a sugar-free 7-Up. Which is the drink of my choice. I just happen to have a tray of these cans, so that is a happy accident for today. I happen to be buying these anyway, so that will most certainly do. And then last but not least, it looks like vanilla frozen yogurt. Cobbler is a fruit covered by batter. Oh my goodness. Well. A guy who fixes shoes. I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. That's what a cobbler is. It's a guy who fixes shoes. No, we are making a raspberry and peach cobbler, though, is what we're gonna be starting with today. So, I haven't read this, but let's take it from the top. Step number 1, preheat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, immediately I have a problem. Once again, my lack of America is showing. What the hell is an F? Fahrenheit? Psh. I don't know what that means. I'm a silly European. I don't know what that means. How many real degrees is that, though? Can someone translate? How many real degrees are 350 F degrees? It's 177. Okay, so 180. All right. This is good. I'm gonna be asking every time we get American measurements, I'm gonna be asking chat, okay? Because I know that 40% of my audience is American. So statistically, we have at least half an American in chat somewhere who can probably help me out. Plus, you know, this is why we're here, right? Streams are supposed to be interactive. So let's make the kobolds part of the cooking process. Whatever could go wrong. Nothing, of course. Nothing, of course. This is gonna turn out absolutely perfect. Unless a kobold falls into the dump cake. Then I guess you get a kobold dumpy fast cake. Anyway, let's see, preheat oven. Well, the thing is, chat, and this is silly. You see this camera over here? That's like moving around. Oh my god, in the upper right corner. This crazy thing, do you see this? Lies Petite, thank you so much for a prime, I appreciate that. I am gonna be using my beautiful air fryer today because of course I am. It's a little bit like a convection oven, this thing that I have, and I love it to bits. It is pretty much like a regular convection oven, except like twice as fast. It's a lot faster usually when it comes especially to cooking. Haven't really done much baking in this thing, but I thought, hey, this is an opportunity to test exactly that. And also, I'm probably not gonna appear on camera today. just so you know, I have not really dressed for the occasion. I pretty much woke up and started working on the cooking stream stuff for today. And then here we are. So I have not done my hair and I look like trash. So this is all you're gonna see of me today. And you're just gonna have to live with it. You're just gonna have to live with it. Crazy Ash, thank you so much. Thank you so much for, let's see, 8 months of support. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Well. If we're not preheating our oven, what are we doing? We need a 13 by 9 inch baking pan that we're gonna spray down with a cooking spray. And I think for this, I'm not gonna use this, but let's do this guy. Let's do this guy. Measurements are not 100% exact, but I think close enough, close enough. Let's plop this guy down. Okay, so let's smear this with cooking spray. And I do actually have a cooking spray that I'm gonna use today. Sushi the Naked Chef, that's right. That's why I can't be on camera, because I'm naturally naked. As I often am, you know me. All right, I got one of these. It's been sitting around forever. Might as well get some use out of it. Olive oil spray. Let's see. And I am gonna grease this pretty heavily because I hate it when things stick to pans and you have to scrape it off. So I'm just gonna go nuts with this stuff. Okay, well, that looks greased up to me. Next up, spread frozen peaches and raspberries in bottom of prepared pan. Okay, so just, do I need to chop them up or anything? Like, nothing like so? Nothing like so, Cathy? Interesting. Well, I'm gonna get my peaches out first and foremost. This sounds like such a weird thing to say, as I say it, but my peaches are out. We got some canned peaches today. We could have opted for frozen ones, but what the hell is the difference, really? Doesn't really matter. So, canned is totally fine. I'm gonna open this and see how big they are, because I might want to chop them up. Let's see. My peaches are out. That's right. That's why you can't be on camera. Yeah, my peaches are showing. It's really embarrassing. Okay, I think I'm just gonna... should we drain this? I'm gonna do it into a bowl so you can see, chat. Because I know that you love seeing some of the action. Whenever I go over to the sink to drain things, you get so lonely and you start like whimpering in chat. So I figured, hey, let's show everything so you get every step of the process. So you don't get lonely. Oh, looks beautiful to me. Do we even need to really chop this up is the question. I guess they are pretty big slices, but also... why not? Why not, you know? Why not? How much does it call for in the recipe? I guess we can start with. So 16 ounces of frozen peaches. Hey, Cathy! You said I didn't have to do any measuring today. This is messed up. This is messed up. I am definitely measuring. 16 ounces. That's like roughly... I looked this up before. This is like roughly 400 grams, right? I think so. Again, we have some freedom units that I don't understand. Which should be exactly 1 can, right? Yeah, 410. Drained, I guess, is a little less. So is it... I guess it would be drained peaches, so it would be 2 cans in our case then. 2 cans it is. I'm gonna use most of the second can then. And I figure you want about even coverage in the pan. So that's what I'm gonna aim for, more than weight, I think. All right. Oh. Does anyone want to drink the peach juice? Does anyone want to take a big gulp out of this? Yummy. No, I'm already making a mess. Just slurping that stuff. Ah, I used to. Oh. Nikki's here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Nikki's getting a... Nikki's getting a straw, everyone. You can't see it on camera, so you're gonna have to show it a bit better. Yeah, there you go. Nikki's here to drink it, apparently. Yummy, how is it? Yeah, it's probably a lot of preservatives and all that good stuff, you know. Please share. Do you really want that, though? I never know to trust stuff like this anymore. With preservatives and ultra-processed things, and like I assume some canned goods can be pretty heavy in things they use to make it stay fresh for longer. I could only imagine. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. Let's get the pan back. Yeah, and I'm gonna dump out the rest of the the peach juice, and by that I mean I'm gonna put it in your food bowl, chat. Should get like a food bowl. Just stick it in my room. Just put the letters chat on it. Whenever I have leftovers, we'll just dump it in there. Pospal with a gifted sub to Jazz. Thank you so much. Hello, Jazz. Welcome on in. We're making dump cakes today, courtesy of Cathy Mitchell. Yes. Next up, raspberries, I suppose. Let's see. So, how many raspberries? Slightly less with raspberries. Okay. Well, these, I believe, are actually frozen. And it's about 300 grams. So I reckon we could use most of this bag. Dump it in. That's what we're doing today, right? We're dumping it in. See, is that illegal? Is it illegal to like adjust the things? If it's a dump cake and you're always dumping? Like, can I adjust the positioning of my raspberries? Is that allowed? Do you think Cathy's gonna fucking get me if I do that? It might be considered inappropriate, okay? When it comes to the dump caking culture, right? Illegal to giggle, you think so? Oh man. What is the Labour Party doing these days? You can't even giggle anymore. Crazy. We live in a society, etc., etc. Anyway, I'm yapping again about nothing. I like to yap about nothing. Let's get to the next step of this. Let's see. Top with a dry cake mix, carefully spreading over peaches with fork. I like that it's so light on the descriptive words here. It's like they don't even want to fully type out the sentences. I love that. Top with a dry cake mix, carefully spreading over peaches with fork. Not a fork, with fork. With a fork. Do not mix, it says in capital letters. Okay. All right. You're making me nervous now. Mixing is very illegal, okay? Very illegal. Okay, well, we need yellow cake mix. Now the question is, what is the appropriate cake mix to use for this? Let me see, I'm having a look around the kitchen because we have a lot of ingredients over here too. So I guess we have carrot, zesty lemon, I guess?
Yeah, I got yellow enough.
You got yellow food dye?
Yeah.
Nick, you got yellow food dye. That is not a solution to this problem.
I tried.
We'll go with this. We'll go with this and see how it turns out. You can put that away. I'm not gonna put yellow food dye in there. I'm not gonna make a piss cake. I'm sorry. It's not happening out of the gate. Okay, well this looks the part. This looks the part. How much? 15 ounces of yellow cake mix. 15 ounces. How much is this? Oh, so it's the whole bag? The whole bag. But like, I guess we're not using cake mixes for some of the later recipes. You've double checked this, right, Pospal? I'm scared of using all of it. Just in case, but yeah. You didn't? So you don't know if if I need more yellow later. Okay, well, whatever. We'll see how far this takes us. Whatever. We're not gonna have time to make like 50 cakes today anyway. I doubt it. Okay, let's open this bad boy. Okay, and then I have to gently distribute this over without touching anything, okay? Without touching it. So it said, do not mix. Do not mix. Yeah, okay. Well, this is something else, huh? You ever made a cake like this before? Yum, yum, yum. Boy, I sure hope this works. I am a little terrified. Okay, I think that's gotta be good. It's gotta be good, right? I am so scared. I am so scared of getting this wrong. I'm so scared that we're gonna put this in the air fryer and it's just gonna come out like soup with like bits of fruit in it. I have no idea. I've never done anything like this. Put your faith in Cathy. You're right. I need to get a hold of myself. I really need to get a hold of myself. This is too much. Okay, Cathy has promised that this is the way to go. We gotta believe in Cathy today. Well, the next step, of course, obviously, naturally, is then to... I'm gonna show this to you. Slowly pour soda over cake mix, covering as much as possible. Do not mix! What do you mean, do not mix? What do you mean? Like, I can't get in there? Do I just pour it and hope for the best? Alright. Alright. Well, Cathy, I promised I would trust you, and I shall. 12 ounces of diet lemon lime soda. Oh god, I need to look this up. Alexa, what is 12 ounces in liters, please? $350 milliliters. Thank you, Pospal and Alexa. Well, that is a can exactly. Okay. Well, chat, we can't mix this after, okay? So we have to pour it in as evenly as possible, is what it says. No mixing allowed. No mixing allowed. You just have to dump. Dumping only. Oh my god. out of here. Oh God. Is this not just gonna go over the edge? Oh my God, I'm scared. I'm getting a spoon. I'm getting a spoon for protection. Not mixing, just containing, okay? Different things. Oh, but it's so it's so bubbled up. It's just foam. Oh God. How can this turn into anything? How can this turn into anything? This is just foam.
It's just a meringue.
That's just a meringue. Okay, well that's the soda can, and now we just stick this in the oven. You sure? You sure, Cathy Mitchell? Are you sure?
Yeah, take a picture.
Oh, Nikki wants a picture of my beautiful cake before it's done. Okay, yeah, get your pics in. Get your Instagram meme images. Whatever. Trust in Cathy. Do we trust in Cathy with this, chat? I feel like my trust has been lowered slightly since the start of this recipe. Let's see. Do not mix. Okay, cover with foil and bake 20 minutes. Remove foil, bake additional 40 minutes. A whole hour and then cool for 20 minutes? Okay, geez. All right. All right. Well, thankfully, we're going to be making multiple of these. So while this is in the oven doing its thing, we're going to be attempting some other recipes. So don't fret. Don't fret. There's plenty of a dump cake to go around today. All right. Let me get some foil. We have like a little dispenser over here that I've installed. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see. Okay. Okay. You ready for this? Good view of the sushi tattoo. Oh, really? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Well, part of it, I guess. Oh, it's so long. It's hard to get the whole thing into view. Sushi. Hi. Okay, I'm just like squishing down the foam. I can feel it. I can feel it through. Oh my God. Yeah, that is bulging out. That is absolutely bulging. I'm gonna pack this tightly. I'm scared that it's just gonna explode into a big mess if I don't. Okay. I'm not mixing, I'm just patting down, okay? Just gently patting, because I'm scared. Okay. You wanna try sticking this into the oven? For the initial 20 minutes, was it? Yeah, all right. Let's see, does this work today? Oh, barely. Ah, there we go. Let's see, can I push this back a little bit more? There, okay, okay, okay. Let's stick this bad boy in. All right. Well, there's not much to look at, chat. We've covered it up in tin foil. So I guess we'll just stick this on. We're not making pizza, so let me change the function to air fry. 180. We'll do 18 minutes is gonna be my bet. Probably gonna be a little bit quicker. Is that an apron I see? Yeah, of course. Of course. Gotta dress up for the part. It's so dark. Oh, there it is. It says "Dragon in the kitchen." Is what it says. Yahoo! We will scream if we see an explosion. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's so good. Well, it's on cobbledshop.com if you want it. You can buy one for yourself. Where can I get that apron? Well, why? It's my favorite web store, cobbledshop.com. Hashtag ad. I will just scream. Screaming is fun. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out, chat. You see, the nice thing is that you guys are text. So I don't have to listen to screams. I can just read screams, which is less intimidating all around. So feel free, just let it loose. Let it fly. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Ah. Ah. Yeah, the TTS is dead, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Oh shit. Nikki, could you pause the grab loot redeem? I think that's the only thing that's left over that I didn't manage to turn off. Anyway, we need to keep things moving. So we have a beautiful masterpiece over here in the air fryer. While this is cooking, I was thinking let's start on our second dump cake. A. Oh, wow, this one looks interesting. Again, a lot of this I haven't really had a close look at today before now. So we are looking at a zucchini spice bundt cake. Now, it might be significantly less bundt cake shaped today is the only thing. We don't really have a bundt cake shape. If you don't know what a bundt cake is, it's a cake with a hole in it. Big in the 70s, big in the 80s. They loved cakes with holes in the center. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's functionally the same. It's cake. It's cake. So I'm just gonna make it into a cake shape without a hole, okay? I know, I'm depriving you of cake hole, but I can't. I don't have the tools. I don't have the tools to make this. Okay? They love their volcano-shaped cakes. I think it's because they loved putting like fresh fruit and stuff in the center to like make it seem fancier, maybe for like a dinner party. I could see that. I could see that. Well, this already sounds really interesting. So we have 15 ounces of spiced carrot cake mix, spice or carrot cake mix, I should say, which thankfully we have right over here. There's a second package here, so that's beautiful. We need a water, 1 cup of water, not even soda pop. Not even soda pop. Fucked up. Okay, I guess I'll have to pour some water over. Boring. Boring. Eggs. You know eggs. You've seen eggs before. Let me demonstrate. This is egg. This is egg. It's kind of a not quite spherical, but rounded object, okay? So if you've never seen this before, have a good look. Make this a teaching moment for yourself. So you never forget what this is again. Okay? Okay. Good. And then we have canola oil or vegetable oil. I'm, of course, gonna go with vegetable oil because that's what we have. We have medium zucchini. Shredded. So you might think that means like super buff. And I guess this one is pretty buff. It's not bad. It's pretty defined muscles on this man. But I think shredded in this case means literally I'm gonna claw it apart with my dragon claws until we have scraps. I got some stuck in my nail actually. That is exactly what we're gonna do. And then we have walnuts, toasted walnuts. Do we got that? Are these toasted though? They are not. So I guess we're gonna have to toast them ourselves. That's fine as well. Teaspoon vanilla extract and then sugar glaze, powdered sugar to top with. Sounds pretty good. Okay. Well, in that case, maybe we can move over to the stove so we can start with the walnuts. And you're totally fine, Nikki. You don't have to apologize for anything. Nikki's been an absolute hero, as always, when it comes to these cooking streams. I'm always so busy setting up all day long. That Nikki usually helps me out with that part specifically. The shopping, getting all the stuff I need for the actual cooking. So Nikki's done that work today. Can we get some applause for Nikki, please? I feel like we need applause. Can you even hear that? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. All right. Cool. What I'm gonna do, usually I have a separate camera set up by the stove. Not today, so I'm just gonna use this if you don't mind. A little bit of manual work, but we can do that. We can do that. Pot. Pot, 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 pot. I think actually I'm gonna use the beautiful little olive oil spray that I used to lubricate the pan. I think I'm gonna use that here. Because I don't really want to oil these bad boys up. I just don't want them to burn either. So I'll do a couple of sprays of that, and then we can turn this up to a medium heat to start with, I think, and then lower it down to medium low after it's heated up a little bit. Let's start there. Let's start there. Oh, and you get that beautiful blue color today. I still don't know why it does that with my cameras. It's actually red IRL, but you get a magical blue on camera. Yeah. Isn't that fascinating? It looks a hell of a lot neater than it does IRL on camera. So, you know, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let me see, I might up the exposure a little bit on this camera. Just noticing it's a little bit dark. That's better. That's better. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, we can chuck them in already, really. This doesn't have to be super hot. We just want to lightly toast them. How many do we need, though? We need... oh, God. 1/4 of a cup. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's not a unit. That's a thing you drink from, you fools. What are you doing? Okay. Actually. I got these. I got these a couple of years back for more than chai, and these are American Freedom units. You see the what? Okay. I got these for more than chai, and I ended up buying 2 sets and kept one for myself. So these are Flamingi. Flamingi measuring cups, and they're American units for some reason. So I can use this. Why not? This one here is the perfect size. 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup. That is not much. That is not much at all, actually. Really? That's barely anything. Chai knew that you would need them, yeah. We did send a set to Chai, but I kept one for myself too. This is barely anything. That's like 3 walnuts. What is this kobold measuring system? Get out of here. Get out of here with this. I'm just gonna pour some in. We're being silly now. So silly. But isn't 1/4 of a cup also a cup? Sushi, know the recipe? No, more nuts, more nuts. I'm not just gonna put like 2 walnuts in here. Are you kidding me? That's too much. That's too much. Too much hassle. Like toasting walnuts. But it's just like 2 of them. No. If we're gonna toast walnuts, we're gonna get this pot out. We're gonna toast more than 2. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Too much hazel? No. 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 I'm not playing. I'm not playing when it comes to nuts, okay? How dare you? How dare you insert hazelnut puns into my to my beautiful food making? Ugh. Yeah, so just gonna toss these around, turn down the heat a little bit. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Don't worry, we're not gonna hazel you. Who do I gotta fight? Who do I gotta fight? I'll take any of you. I'll take any of you. Hey, check this out. So for one of the recipes today, we need a beer. I stopped drinking like 7 months back, and I've stayed clean ever since. But we are gonna use this guy today for one of the recipes, and Nikki got a dragon stout, of course, because why wouldn't you? It's a dragon cooking stream. You gotta get a dragon stout, naturally. It's not Dragon's Milk, which is another beer that I really like. That's also a bit dark. But it's a Dragon Stout. And I'll take that. I'll take that. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Okay, well, this is toasting. Do you want to shred our zucchini? Of course you do. Of course you do. Why am I even asking? I know you're, listening in at home and you're screaming out loud, you're responding to everything I say as I go, and you're saying, of course, we want to shred some zucchini sushi. What else is the point of this if we can't shred our zucchini? Well, I'm just gonna keep an eye on this. I've turned down the heat, so it shouldn't burn. We'll just let that toast for a little bit longer. And in the meantime, I'll go back over here, if you don't mind. Okay, now the question is, how shredded does this need to be? I wish we had a visual reference here, Cathy Mitchell. As much as I love word art, this tells me nothing about how this is supposed to look. So, I don't know if I need to slice this first and then use the peeler to get, very thin strands. That I don't know. That I really don't know. It just says to mix it in later on. Just mix it in. Just mix it in. Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. In that case, I am gonna get my knife out. And I'll slice this up. Hello, Hillin. How's it going? How's it going? Do mix it. Oh, maybe it did say to do mix it. Yeah. Okay. Top. Tail. And I think I'm gonna do this in half. Just like so. So it's not rolling around. And then I'm gonna slice this up best as I can. Obviously, it is a bit of a curved shape, so I'm just gonna do my best. Roughly slice through a little bit before we go ahead and peel it so we get slightly thinner strips, is what I'm hoping. Oh boy. Oh boy. I can't wait to eat some zucchini. Yum, 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 yum. Such a pretty knife. Thank you. Thank you. I get that a lot. Specifically every time I do a cooking stream. People like the knife. Well, they either love the knife or hate the knife. Either I get called like a League of Legends, World of Warcraft orc or something, or people are like, oh my god, that's the most beautiful knife I've ever seen. Nothing in between. Unless there's someone in chat right now who wants to say it's medium good. I think it's medium good. It's okay. I really hope long strips like this is acceptable for this. I really have no idea. It's supposed to be shredded as in like crisscross cuts as well, or no idea. No idea. Okay, let's see. It is a lot of zucchini too. It does say a medium-sized zucchini, so maybe we don't have to use the whole thing here. I don't know. So many questions with these recipes. So many questions. Like, is that not plenty of zucchini? I think that's plenty of zucchini. So I think I'll start there. And then if we need more, we can shred some more. Let's take the walnuts off the stove. Yeah, these are starting to get a bit toasty. Not burnt, but toasty. Just the way we want them. Don't you love it when cooking books give you more questions than answers? Yeah, especially in the 70s and 80s, you kind of just could get away with anything. Isn't it in style with older cookbooks to be pretty sparse on details? Yeah, so they usually have like a couple of star recipes, right? Like really, really good picks, ones that are tried and tested. Usually the kind of stuff you'll see on the back of the book or on the cover. And those will usually have full illustrations. They won't save on the ink there. So you get a couple of those. But it's certainly not guaranteed that every recipe you get has a picture. Which you would think they would include. It seems pretty essential to me. Okay, I'm gonna stick all of this in a bowl. Let me see. During CobaltCon, would you like me to bring my 1960s cookbook? That sounds scary. That sounds a little scary. I would love to have a flip through. I would love to try cooking some of it too, obviously, but yeah. Yeah, see how you feel, Mox. Again, I'm not gonna force people to drag a bunch of heavy books across the ocean. But if you have space in your suitcase, see when the time comes. Okay. All right, for this one, what should this go into? A 10-inch bunt pan. Okay, for this, I think I'm just gonna use this shape. It's not quite bunt, obviously, because that would mean a hole in the center, but it's rounded. So it's in the ballpark. Almost there. Close enough. Filled up bunt, yeah. It's bunt, parenthesis, filled. Hole, no. Not gonna go there. God, I'm hopeless. Oh, by the way. Can you smell just how fresh the stream smells today? Unlike the other day when I was streaming and it was kind of stinky on stream. Did you notice that? It smelled kind of stale. But today it smells like fresh. Why is that? Well, we have new internet. Today, chat. We've upgraded our internet. And we now have double the speed of what we had. Hooray! And so we have that new internet's fresh smell today. Really do take a good whiff. Yes, get in there. Now the reason I thought about this is the engineer actually had to go into my room to drill through my wall. Usually we had our router in the living room before, but since this is full fiber, it's coming from like a different electrical cupboard. So he had to drill in my room. And I had not cleaned my room. I was not expecting guests. So when he was like, hey, can I go into your room and like have a look around? I was like, yeah, sure. And then internally screaming in fear. God, yeah, I am not used to having tradesmen in my business. I will quite casually browse, Blue Sky and for Affinity and not think twice about it. I did when I turned and realized, oh yeah, there's a guy in my room. I probably should not scroll endlessly on Blue Sky. And I am glad I closed it down before Something bad. Shut up. The dangerous images, yeah. The dangerous images. One last thing. I did want to say it was really impressive that the guy didn't flinch when he saw my fursuit, because obviously I have my fursuit in my room. And whenever anyone else just like walks in there, they're always like taken aback. They're a bit shocked when they see it, right? Because it's a full-scale person costume that's sitting on a special shelf that I've made, a special rack that I've set up to display it. The guy did not say a single word, did not even flinch, and I was so surprised. I was expecting the question to come up at some point. It never did. It never did. Interesting, huh? I think so. Anyway, we gotta check on our cake, because guess what? It's been 20 minutes. So, let me move this camera over here again. This guy is beeping. So, let's see what's happened. Okay, I'm gonna have to, go back in the book a little bit. Back to the Raz and Peach Cobbler. So, after 20 minutes, we're gonna remove the foil and then bake it for an additional 40 minutes. So we're pretty much just gonna take this off and see what it looks like and then stick it back on. Oh, that is that is looking so weird. I only get to see like a little bit of it, but that is... Well, this is gonna be strange, isn't it? Oh, it actually looks pretty good. Oh my god, it actually looks pretty good. Can I take this whole thing out? I'm gonna take this whole thing out. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put this on the stove so I don't tip this over accidentally. Okay. You come with me. Sorry for the shaky cam. There's just like powder. There's just like powder. Cathy Mitchell! You said not to mix! Cathy! I should have mixed! I absolutely should have mixed! Oh, you silly goober. I can't even get this off. There we go. So what do we do about this? How do we fix this? Do we pour more 7-Up on this? Is that what we have to do? Just... Woo! Ay. Too late, I think? Nah. It's gonna be in there for another 40 minutes. So that is plenty of time to evaporate. So I'm gonna... Hello, 4C. Don't mind me, I'm just pouring some 7-Up on my beautiful cake. Okay, that's plenty of hydration, right? Yeah! Back in you go. Trust the process? I don't trust the process. I don't trust like that. I just don't. Ooh, okay. Come with me again. You keep an eye on this bad boy, yes? And then it's set for another 40 minutes. That's so long. Okay. On it goes. Wish me luck. It's totally gonna turn out okay. It probably is. But I am glad I poured some extra 7-Up on it just now. I can't believe I'm saying this with my real life mouth. These are words that are coming out. Ooh. Okay. The peach cobbler is back in. So now, combine cake mix, water, eggs, and oil in a large bowl. Wait, you mixed this one? You mixed this one! That's cheating! Isn't that the whole concept? I thought the whole point was that we don't mix. Cathy! Cathy, this is cheats! That's not par for the course here today, Cathy. Oh well. Bowl it is. It's not the Cathy we know, that's what I'm saying. Like, God. Cathy. Mixing? Really? Okay, 1 cup of water. Let's see. Is this a cup? This is a cup. I don't see how these are different. These both look like cups to me, but this is half a cup and this is 1 cup. So 1 flamingo of water, okay? 1 flamingo of water. 1 flamingo water. 1 mingy. Okay. And there we go, that's it. There's your cake. We put this in the oven, we're done. Next up, cake mix. Right, the cake mix. This guy. How long until we make Fursona dump cakes? That would be hard to shape into a Fursona. Would be really tricky, I think. It would have to all be in the decoration after, I suppose, which could work. You could do icing and various things. That could work. All right, so all of this. All of this. Cool. Next is eggs. 3 eggs. Do you remember what an egg looks like? Chad? I did take a moment to teach you before, and to tell you to remember what this is. It's gonna come up later, and it did. It just did. It's here. It's coming up. It's coming up. What's an egg? Egg. All right. Gonna crack this bad boy. No problem, no problem. And 1 more. There we are. Okay. That's our eggs. What is next? Next is oil. Oil. Yeah, we love oil. Okay, what kind of oil? Vegetable, 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. And we're gonna mix this first, and then in goes the zucchini. Remember, no mixing? No, yes mixing. Yes mixing with this one. I was lurking for a bit. Is this one just boxed cake mix with zucchini and walnuts in it? Okay. Testing, hello? Sorry, my mic was cutting out. Weird. I think I'm good again. Okay, so mix this up. Mix this up. All right. Now it works, yeah. Oh, that looks... Yeah. Sure looks. It sure looks. Oh, yeah. I don't want to describe it because I don't like what I'm seeing. So I'm just going to be polite and say that it looks. It has a look. Goop. It's sauce. All right, so it says to mix zucchini into this. Let's Stir in zucchini, walnuts, and vanilla until blended. What do you mean until blended? What do you mean until blended? They're big pieces of zucchini. What do you mean until blended? Cathy! What do you mean until blended? I'm adding zucchini and it's just gonna magically become blended? Cut them smaller. I think I'm gonna cut them smaller. Yeah, if it says it's supposed to be a fine blend, then I'm gonna chop it up some more. Okay. Well, out it goes again. Will it blend? No blender for this, unfortunately. I didn't anticipate that I had to use one. It says dump cakes, right? You're just supposed to dump and leave it. That's the tagline of the book. This is not dumping, this is zucchini. Unbelievable. All right, that's as much as I want to do. Happy birthday, Feathers! Yo! I didn't know it was Feathers' birthday. We need some applause. Happy birthday! Happy birthday. All right, if I'm reading this correctly, stir in zucchini, walnuts, vanilla. How much vanilla? 3/4 of a teaspoon. Just say a teaspoon, who cares? Okay. Zucchini going in, flinching slightly, just only slightly. Just flinching a little bit. It only hurts my soul very much to do this. But who knows, maybe it turns out good. Who knows? Carrot cake with zucchini. Not a classical staple in my household growing up, but first for everything. Right. Right. And then we have our walnuts. I feel like we need to crush these up as well. I don't want just big walnuts in there. I'm gonna get a bag. I'm gonna get a bag and smack it around a bit, I think. As a kid, all I wanted was Nutella and zucchini sandwich after school. Oh yeah, classic. Classic. Nutella and zucchini. Ugh. Okay. Hang on, I'm just gonna mute myself 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry, I just had to take a drink. Panic? No, don't panic. I was just thirsty. Thirsty. Were you not supposed to chop them up? It said nothing. It said just toasted walnuts. That's all it said. So I'm gonna bag them up and hammer them gently. Hey, that looks better. That looks much better. Much, much better. Okay. Bowl with zucchini goop going back. Walnuts going in. Oh yeah. Okay, now I'm seeing the potential. That added a lot, actually. I can see it now. I can sort of see it. This might not be so bad. And we need some vanilla extract. There we are. And then we're gonna mix this up again. So it says. I'm actually excited about this one. I would eat it. Yeah, I wonder, it might very well work out. Here's the thing about Cathy Mitchell, like, she obviously does a lot of recipes that are super easy and accessible and more on the cheaper side, more economical. Which it's a point that people use to make fun of her a lot, I feel like. But also she has, you know, some recipes that are rather well known, and there's a couple in this book as well that are being touted as legit recipes. Like the reviews for this thing from this year, for this old cookbook, they're still positive on sites like Amazon and everything. Thought that was interesting. That it does seem a beloved cookbook, if weird, if strange. So who knows? Maybe this is a banger. We shall find out. We shall find out. Just give that a good mix so all the vanilla extract is properly mixed in. That's the only concern I really have there. And then next up, we are doing... we're just gonna pour this into the pan and then bake it. God damn! That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Okay. I was gonna say, this has to go on for 325 Fahrenheit, which compared to 350 is what we have our first cake on. I might just stick it in at the same temp. It's close enough, right? It's close enough, right? Surely. All right, here goes. Here goes. About 160? Okay. Famous last words. Okay, maybe we'll wait then. If you're doubting me, chat, then I'm starting to doubt myself too, okay? Might have to get a spoon for this. Quite a sticky concoction we've made. Get as much of it out as possible. There. There. We'll spill on this side. Let me clean that up before we do anything else. Then again, Cathy Mitchell has somewhat proven she can't be trusted with this recipe. I'd say go for it. I think I want to be good. And I don't mind prepping a few at a time either, so we can put this to the side, and then once our oh, should we check on our first one, the peach cobbler? Let's check on it. We need to see how it's doing. It's been too long. Oh, it is bubbling. It is bubbling in there. Let me see if I can maybe move it down one notch so you can see it a bit better. Sorry about that. Careful so that this doesn't slide off. Ooh. It looks messy, but it does look edible, right? It's not the worst. I see berries, I see cake. Those are things I like. That's a good sign. I tried for sure, yeah. Let's give it the time it needs. I'll move this fella out of the way. And then we can start preparing our third cake for today. Any guesses on what the next one's gonna be? Legitimately. Any guesses? Any guesses? Chocolate. Wrong. Hang on. Actually, you can't see. That's right. That's right. Let me fix that for you. It is lemon lime pound cake. Woohoo! All there is to go off of here is that you have a picture of a lemon. So, could be good. Could be just a lemon. I don't know. I don't know. Well, this takes 3 cups of sugar. That's 3 flamingos for any Europeans out there watching. We have 1.5 cups of butter. What the fuck? Who puts butter in a cup? Stop it. Oh, 3 sticks of butter. 3 sticks? That's a lot. That's a lot. 5 eggs. 2 teaspoons lemon extract. 3 cups of cake flour. Do we have that? Did Nikki find cake flour? Let's see. Cake flour, cake flour, cake flour. I don't see it. Let me consult with Nikki Martin. See what they got. Did you buy cake flour?
They up and it's just self-raising flour.
Self-raising flour is the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
According to the
All right. Good job, Nikki. Good job, good job, good job. My trusty research assistant is here with self-raising flour, which is apparently the same thing as cake flour. So there we go. So there we go. I've learned something new. Okay, lemon extract, I see. Cake flour, and then... Well, looky here. Look who gets to use the rest of the 7-Up can. You know, I used a little bit extra for the cake that's in the air fryer right now. Guess who gets to use the rest of it? I do. I do. Oh yeah, it's all coming up, Sushi Fur. Apparently 345 grams of butter. Really? Wait, is that what we need for this? 345? Okay. Alright, I can do that. I can do that. So, grease and flour. A 10-inch bundt pan. Uh-oh. Well, we've already filled our bundt pan. We might have to jump ahead and do a different one. Because our bundt pan is currently taken. Is that okay? You're not gonna freak out if I do a swapperoo here, are you? Let's see. 9-inch square baking pan. That sounds better. That sounds better. Yeah, that we can do. That we can do. And we can return to the lemon one. I promise. I promise. As long as we don't completely run out of time today, I would like to try it as well. But for now, let's do this one. Malty maple corn bread. Malty maple corn bread. That is a combination of words that means very little to me. I cannot picture anything except corn when I read this. And I guess bread. So I picture cornbread. That's all I can picture. Into this goes yellow cornmeal. Okay. Porter or dark beer. That's the dragon beer I was talking about. Yeah. Eggs. Eggs. Did you paint your nails yourself? I did. Thank you. Thank you, Mox. I'm gonna put my earbuds in the charger. Let me know. Can you still hear okay? You don't lose like the cooking music or anything? I'm always a little nervous with Windows 11 when I have to like swap out input devices and stuff. Things love to break. Things love to break. But if you can hear music right now, you can hear me, then we're all good. I'm just gonna let my earbuds charge a little bit. If you don't mind, why would you? Why would you? Boo, Windows 11. Dragons heard loud and clear. Good. Good. In that case, let's get back to this. So, dark beer. We have this beautiful dragon stout that we're gonna use. 2 eggs, butter, maple syrup, flour, baking powder, salt. 400 degrees. Oof. 400 degrees. Okay. Spray 9-inch square baking pan with non-stick cooking spray. Okay. So one thing I do have to mention here is that this pan that I'm gonna be using is oh shit. It's taken. That's also taken. So I'm gonna use this instead. Woo! I can use this for a cake, right? Sure I can. It's an oven-proof dish. Who's gonna stop me? The oven police? Don't care. A cab. A cab. Get out of here. All right, let's spray this up. And then combine cornmeal, porter, eggs, butter, maple syrup, and a large... This is not dump. This is not dump. Cathy. This is not dump. I'm not dumping. I'm dumping it into a bowl, but I'm not dumping it into the actual thing that the cake is gonna cook in. This is cheating. This is cheating. Ugh. Believe this. Can't believe this. All right, well, we're gonna mix a bunch of things. I guess we better mix a bunch of things. Let me get another bowl. Big bowl or big bowl? Big bowl. Ah, don't mind me, I'm just running out of space over here. Ah. It's always a bit of a hassle with cooking streams. I have to try and keep everything centered so you can actually see something. Alas. Okay, so combine cornmeal. Now for cornmeal, I think we had to do something a bit cheeky, because cornmeal is not really something you find here, but we have, of course, the equivalent, which is like a porridge. So you can sort of get a mix of the two here, and I think this is about the same as what they're calling for here. Cornmeal, I don't think is a thing over here generally, but it's like a porridge with a corn powder instead, corn base. So this certainly looks the part, looks like coarse corn powder. So that's going in. How much of it? 1 cup. That means 1 flamingo, chat. 1 flamingo. Let me measure up 1 flamingo, just to be safe. It's more fun this way to just do it with the flamingo, don't you think? Yes, you do. Of course. That is not enough, so I'm glad I did this. We need another one of these. We need another. Whoa. Okay. All right, so 2 of these. That is roughly 1 full flamingo of cornmeal, okay? So we're gonna dump that out. And then next up is porter. 1 cup. So 1 flamingo of beer. 1 flamingo of beer. All right. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh, looks good. Tempted to have a sip of it, but I'm gonna be good. It's kind of fun. It gets to a point where it's kind of fun when you've been off alcohol for long enough that you kind of just want to keep the streak going. So I'm not gonna ruin almost a year of sobriety with this dark stout, even though it is tempting. All right, so 1 flamingo of this. 1 flamingi. Oh, looks good though. Oh. Whoa, it looks kind of pretty. 1 whole drunk chai of beer, that's right. That is an interesting texture we got going. I'm just looking at the same view you got right now. Looking at the camera. Like the surface of a weird planet. A very strange planet at that. Okay, eggs up next. 2 eggs. I think we can manage 2 eggs. Now, you remember, chat, you remember what these are? Huh? Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. It's the lesson for today's cooking stream. It's zucchini, I mean egg. Almost fucked that one up badly. No bits of shell though. Got lucky. Okay. And what else is going into this? Gonna wash my hands real quick. What am I make, chef? I am following Cathy Mitchell's Dump Cake cookbook today. So all of these are Cathy Mitchell's recipes that I'm following to the best of my ability. No guarantee that anything will turn out good today. That is to be determined, so to say. I will say though, our peach cobbler is looking pretty tasty. I think I want to take that out of the oven soon-ish. Because it is in, because we're using the air fryer, it seems to be getting pretty crisped up on the top. So once it has all the color I want, I think I'm just gonna take that as a bet that it's mostly safe to take out. All right. Let me just, I think I'm gonna wipe down this cutting board a little bit before we move on. Hate it when I'm looking down and it's so filthy looking. That's a little bit better. All right, back on you go. Air fryers tend to cook faster than regular ovens. Yeah, absolutely. If the recipe doesn't mention air fryer, assume they mean regular oven. Yeah, but we don't use our oven. We haven't used our oven a single time since we moved into this place, funny enough. And that is, I know I usually exaggerate wildly, but it is not an exaggeration this time. No, yeah, for the longest time our oven actually didn't work and we had it replaced recently, but no need to go back to it since we have this big air fryer that's basically a convection oven anyway. It fits pizzas, it fits, you know, a whole tray of lasagna. It fits most things you could want.
Kobolds in the winter.
Kobolds, yeah, kobolds when they need some sun in the winter. All right, so this butter needs to be melted. And chat, could you remind me how much butter was it we needed? Because it says for this, it's half a stick of butter. How much is that in grams? In real lizard units, please. Certainly have the butter. It's 57 grams. What? So that's oh, I know what you're saying. You're talking about a knob of butter. Oh, why didn't you say that? We already have such a fine measurement system for this in the United Kingdom. The glorious knob of something. Yeah, 57 grams. That's a good knob of butter. Is what that is. How much is a knob of butter? Well, come on. Don't be silly. Look at this. This is a knob. That's a knob. See how easy that was? You don't even need to measure. It just it's like a spiritual measurement. You can just imagine how much a knob is, and however much a knob is to you is the correct answer. It's more like a blob of butter. No. Knob measurement, you... Okay, no, I'm not gonna go there. I take it back. Enough talking about knobs. I'm gonna melt this butter in the microwave. If you hear an ominous sound, that will just be the microwave going. So don't panic. Do not panic. The peach cobbler is looking pretty good. It is. Not bad at all. I think I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes and then we're gonna take it out and let it cool. And it does need to set. So it says. Panics. Don't panic. That is not me. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let's see. How's the butter coming? That's about melted. So that goes straight in, and we need maple syrup as well. 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. I'm just gonna splash it in at this point. Unbelievable. With the cups and the half a cups and the 1/4 of a cup and the... What nonsense? What nonsense is this? All this talk about microwave ovens, when are we getting macrowave ovens? Oh. Sounds a little scary. I don't know what I would cook with a microwave oven. What would you cook with a microwave that's like 2 times the size? Like a huge potato? A pumpkin? You microwave a watermelon? That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Has anyone ever microwaved a watermelon? Absolutely blasted in the microwave. Okay. For the maple syrup, I'm gonna guess it's like this much. Yeah, that much. That much maple syrup. Enjoying the tunes on the stream? Didn't know you had a full cobble band in your kitchen. Yeah, not too long ago, I actually swapped over to... This is what I like to listen to in my own time anyway. I love like bossa nova and gentle like jazz music. So at some point a couple of months back, I was just like, yeah, let's swap out the whole music playlists that I have for some bossa nova instead. It is just so much nicer on the ears than lo-fi to me. I like it. Lounge music, exactly. So we have to mix this first, and then we're gonna add flour and other things. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I got a nice silicone one of these. I've never seen this before. Our drawer keeps surprising us. I open it and there's something new in there that I haven't seen before. Fascinating. Oh, this looks atrocious. But we are gonna add some flour to this. And I hope that's gonna improve the situation. It smells very funky. It's got a real funk to it, this one. It kind of stinks. That will probably be the raw egg mixing with the corn. Oh yeah. Flour is up next. 1 cup, so 1 flamingo of all-purpose flour. All right. I'm just gonna wash out my flamingo. 1 second. Dry it up and everything. I don't want this to be wet for dry ingredients. Nikki's apparently really hungry because they're hovering around the kitchen, waiting for the cobbler to be done.
You can't just say egg and not expect me to show up.
Yeah, Nikki's like lurking around. Keep almost bumping into them. Yeah, Nikki wants the rest of the dragon stout. Have it. It looked really nice.
It's nice, actually.
Yeah, I bet it is. Enjoy it, Nikki.
I thought I was buying Dragon Snout, but I misread. It's Dragon Stout, my bad.
What is a stout? Is a stout just short? I mean, I know short and stout is the saying. But they don't just mean the same thing, do they?
I don't know.
Nikki doesn't know. Nikki does not know. It's gonna be hard to let that cobbler cool for 20 minutes. Yeah, it is. And speaking of, I think it's about time we take it out, actually. So before I proceed, and sorry this is so much back and forth today. We are making many a cake, so that's why, really. It just has to be this way. Hope it's not too confusing to watch. Move this camera back over here. Are you ready to see what the peach cobbler turned out like, chat? Because here it is. Here it is. I'm gonna take it out. This is my first cooking stream and I'm loving it. Good. I after NFC, I would like to make a big push to hopefully get this set up to speed again and start doing some more original stuff again in the kitchen. I have been itching to cook a little bit more. So, who knows? Maybe we can build up a good cooking stream streak again. They're always so much fun to do. It's just that it takes usually most of the day before to prep everything and triple check that everything's working. And even then you saw some things weren't working when I pressed the live button. Like, it is what it is. But look at this though. I'm gonna change camera view so you can look at it a little bit closer. But there it is. Ooh. Well, it certainly looks interesting. But I bet you this is gonna taste pretty good. Maybe not visually beautiful, but it does sort of look like a cake, so there's that. It doesn't look like powder and 7-Up like it did when we put it in the oven, so quite the transformation. You gotta admit, that's a glow up. That's a glow up, right? Not bad for powder and 7-Up. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. It looks okay. Glowing review from 26. Glowing review. I'm just kidding. Okay, well, now's the time to put the next cake in. So our famous bundt cake, eh? Our zucchini bundt cake is gonna go in at 325, and remind me that was 160, right? 160 degrees, I think. Think so. I'm gonna take a chance on that. Whoop. There she is. There she is. Our soup, our brown soup, is gonna become a beautiful cake. So I hope. We shall see. 160. 160. And for how long? Bake for 45 to 50 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. And then let it cool for 15 minutes. All right. Let's do 42 minutes. And then we can start poking it after and see how it's doing. Man, I really am tempted to take a bite of the peach cobbler, but I shall wait. I'm excited to have something peach flavored, actually. That was like the first thing we did today was drain the peaches. And it really put me in the peach mood, believe it or not. So I'm excited about this now. I am. All right, let me get some paper towel. I'm just gonna dry up my flamingo. Sorry, is that a little too graphic for you guys? Maybe I should keep that to off camera. Maybe. All right, so what's it we were going for next? It was flour. 1 cup of flour, if I'm not mistaken. So 1 cup is 1 flamingo. Roughly like so. Okay. And then we also want some baking powder. I'm pretty sure. Let me just move this out of the way. I'm so scared like with these like paper bags for flour and stuff. I don't want it like touching the lights I have for the cooking stream setup. Could you imagine like most of these are LEDs, so they shouldn't get too hot, but still, I have kind of like a fear of this since I studied like video journalism and we did a lot of studio work, and we would have these giant like studio lights and everything, and they would get so hot, and if they were just like up against anything, it would like immediately catch fire or just like start burning it. A little bit scary. And I remember burning my fingers so many times, like touching the shutters and everything that you would move because they're metal. So of course they just like steal all of the heat from the lights, and they're super hot. What did you guys do early on for like studies after high school? Which direction did you end up going in? Did you have any specific things you studied and maybe didn't turn out to become your full-time job, or what you settled on as an adult? But where did you get your start is, I guess, what I'm asking. Marine biology, says Nico. What? That's crazy. I didn't know that at all. I did not know. Baking powder. Hello, Skill V. Thank you so much for 13 months of support. I appreciate that very much. How you doing today? Welcome on in. We're making dump cakes, of all things. Crocodile says, I knew I would go into computer science, but my plan B was networking and plan C was sociology. Right. Went for animation, but health stuff got in the way. Yeah, because I was video journalism first, and then when I moved to the UK, it was game dev. And I also had a similar experience where it was time to actually find work after the studies. After I'd gotten my degree, I was just so burned out. Because game dev is really hard work. So I ended up going in a slightly different direction, if you will. And I don't really regret it. Because the games industry, well, it hasn't gotten better with time, has it? It was pretty bad back then. Even worse now. So I am glad that I did a little course correction, or I think I just would have completely burnt out. It would have happened sooner or later. All right, I think the last thing we need is salt. Right, half a teaspoon of salt. That's an easy one. Here we are, and then we're gonna mix this up. I know, we're breaking the rules again. But it's Cathy's fault. Cathy said we can never mix, and yet here we are mixing. Cathy be like, on one page, she's like, never mix, never mix! If you mix, you die in real life for real. And then on the next page, it just says, oh, just mix it. Just mix it, it's fine. I know, I built up an image of severe consequence for mixing, but here we are, we need to mix. Sorry. I don't make the rules. We gotta mix. Hello, Nomad Nibbler. How you doing? How you doing? Cathy said dragons can't mix. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, Nikki keeps scaring me. Nikki is so sweet and so pretty and so cool, but they're also very, very quiet when they walk around in their demeanor. So sometimes Nikki will just like appear next to me and scare the shit out of me. And it's just that they naturally walk very quietly and carry themselves without any noise, so...
As they say, walk softly and carry a big tail.
Well, I can't relate there. Tail? What the hell's a tail? Wait, I have one of those? What? If you say so. If you say so, I guess. So, okay, chat, I'm gonna ask you a legitimate question. I know I take the piss a lot in these streams and I talk a lot of shite, but you think an oven-proof dish like this would work? Okay. Maybe a stupid question, but I never bake. I literally never bake. I cook a lot, never bake. So this is a fine replacement, right? I don't see why not. In an oven, yeah? I'm just gonna grease it up and assume that's okay. Why wouldn't it be, right? It's about the size we want. It's just glass instead of metal. Depends. Is it borosilicicate? Yeah. Probably. Probably. If it is, I don't know what that is, and I'm not gonna find out any moment soon, I'm afraid. Alright, in it goes. In it goes. If it explodes, it explodes. Then you can laugh at home, you know? Worst case, you get some entertainment. And I get some cleanup. It's a type of glass which is more heat resistant. I wouldn't know where to begin in finding out what kind of glass this is. I don't even know when we bought this. I think this just came with one of our houses. And it just ended up going along with us because I don't remember buying this. I think it's one of the places we rented like many, many years ago. It was just in the place. And then I guess we accidentally took it with us when we moved again. Because I certainly never bought this. So here's hoping that whoever bought it invested in a glass that's not... or whatever Pistachian said. Okay. We have another bowl of soup. So there we go. Really, really quite exciting. Okay. We need a cake update. We need a cake update on the cake that's in the oven, chat. Big development here. It's actually puffing up. It's actually doing cake things. And I feel like we need to take a moment. Oh, that smells like carrot cake. That smells strongly of carrot and spice. Interesting. The little green bits you see, that's the zucchini barely sticking through the surface there. It's not like schmutz that fell in. I promise. I promise. That's zucchini. Look at how big and strong that cake is, right? I'm so proud of my boy. My girl. My cake. So proud. So proud. The good thing is that this cornbread one is not going to take long at all. But it is going in at a higher temp. So once again, we shall set this to the side. And then once our current cake in there is done, then this is going to go in next. So now, chat, is the question once more, what should we go for next? What is next on the old dump cake agenda? What are we dumping in next? Chat, what are we dumping in? Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, Aztec brownies! What? What even does that mean? Okay, well this one is significantly more complicated than any recipe so far. Look, it's got almost 3 times the ingredients of our previous 2 cakes. Interesting. Very interesting. So we got, for Aztec brownies, we got a cup of sugar, 3 eggs, 1 tablespoon instant coffee, 1 tablespoon vanilla, chocolate chips melted, 2 sticks of butter melted, flour, baking powder, cinnamon, chili powder, salt, and sliced almonds. Quite the selection of ingredients, but it sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I could see this being really nice with a hint of chili in there. I am really into that. I am really into that. This is the one I have the highest hopes for. So for this one, preheat oven, blah 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 blah. We have a 13 by 9 inch baking pan. You know, we'll just use whatever we have, I guess. Spray the foil with, cover it with foil and then spray that with non-stick cooking spray. And then once again, in a separate bowl, we're cheating and we're mixing it up. Absolute cheats here, Cathy. I can't say that ethically this is very dump cake of you, but if it says to mix in a bowl, then we'll mix in a bowl. Vori, with the 5 months of support. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vori. How you doing today? It was so cute the other day because Vori posted some pictures from VR chat in the Discord, and apparently there's this world that lets you do makeup on your avatars. I guess with like a decal system or something. But it was the cutest shit ever. It was the cutest shit ever. Vori has like a little pool toy or plush avatar, and just absolutely decked out with makeup. And then the next one, they just ate the makeup, so that was funny too. I thought it was very cute. You can just paint it on yourself. I love that. I love that. I need to try that out. Like in my game developer head, I'm like, oh my god, is that like all decals that's applied on top of the avatar UVs? But that wouldn't work, I feel like. That would just end up messy. So I wonder how they've done it. I kind of want to see it just to learn how it works. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd, I know. I can't help it. I can't help it. It is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna get my flamingo out again, folks. I know, drastic measures. But it calls for it, because we need a cup of sugar to go into this bowl. So, 1 flamingo worth of sugar. Oy, that's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. Next up is 3 eggs. 3 egg. 3 egg. Oh, we got 1 left in here. Oh, I'm making a mess. One. Oh, I got a tiny piece of shell in there. Did you see that? I need to fish that out. Oh, my luck was so good today. Up until now. Tiny piece of shell. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come with me. Yes, buddy. Yes, buddy. Got you. Got you. Leave it? I would never. If I do, the kobolds are gonna eat it and choke on it. It's a little too big for them. Two. And 3. And I'm gonna wash my hands because I'm full of egg. So chat, weekend is almost here. Y'all have any major plans? Obviously for me, NFC is close enough that I probably have my hands more than full enough. Still have some stickers to print, etc. I'll get it done in time. But it's work. It is work. Sleep? Oh, lucky. Nah, honestly, I'm so excited to get the convention started. It is so close at this point. Monday, I'll be in Sweden, and I'll officially be on vacation. I'm very excited. Very excited. Gonna be eating with friends on Saturday, including Karanos. You're gonna eat Karanos? Oh shit. Ah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Say hi to Karanos. I'm gonna see him soon anyway, but still. Coffee granules. I think for the coffee granules, I might just this guy is decaf, which I know. Boring. Do I have a foghorn sound effect? I feel like I should have it. If I don't. Where's my foghorn? There we go. That's better. Well, what do you say? Decaf, or I could also just grind up some coffee. We have a bean to cup machine, but I could just take some of that. It is doable. Lazy route or complicated route? That is the question. That is the question. It's only 1 tablespoon. Ah, fuck it. 1 tablespoon coffee. Okay. Vanilla. Vanilla. How much vanilla? 1 tablespoon vanilla. Okay. Might dissolve better as instant? Yeah, I think you're right. Instead of accidentally getting some coffee grounds in there or something, this will probably work a bit better. Beat until well blended. And then we're gonna melt some chocolate and butter. Maybe we should do that. But, Cat, I honestly think it's time to try our first cake. Because that's been sitting on the side waiting. It's cooled down. It's nice and cool. I think it's time to pull it out. I think we gotta give this peach cobbler a go. Again, this is from Cathy Mitchell's cookbook. None of this is my own original ideas today. And this was... Let's go back to the recipe and quickly compare what we have here, because it is ridiculously simple. It's kind of fun to look at the list of ingredients again. Frozen peaches, frozen raspberries, cake mix, 7-Up. That's it. Cake mix and 7-Up and fruits. That's interesting. So that is interesting. So you kind of want to serve this up with some yogurt on the side, it says. Well. I'm gonna see if I can cut a nice square. Do you see this okay? Yeah, you do. Oh, it's very liquid. Okay, that is more liquid than I thought it was gonna be under there. Oh, hello. Oh, that is goop. All right. We got some cake goop, everyone. This ought to be interesting. This ought to be real interesting. Nikki, you have to step away because I'm serving up. This is a secret. You have to wait until it's done.
Sorry, I'll leave.
Yeah. I hate when people spoil themselves on the food that I am carefully preparing here. Nikki has to stay away for another minute. Very important. Very important. But Nikki is, of course, going to be the first one to try it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Nikki, meanwhile, looks at the stream. Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's not real life. It's different, okay? So different. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little dab of that on top and a little one on the side. And that is pretty much how it's supposed to be. I know. Not much to it. Not much to it. All right. Let me clear some space again, and I'm gonna hand this over to Nikki in a second, so Nikki can try it. You excited about this? It looks alright, doesn't it? It looks alright. I would even say maybe, it doesn't call for this, but I would even put a little caster sugar on this. I think might look pretty nice. Just a little. It does help. It does help. Let's see. We have Matt with the £21 donation. Thank you so much, Matt. That is incredible support. Thank you ever so much for all of your continued contributions. It really helps out. Thank you so much. Well, Nikki, it is cake time. Anyone here want to eat some peach cobbler cake? Anyone? Any takers? No one? Okay.
Me.
Okay, Nikki wants it. I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna hand over the mic to Nikki. And Nikki shall give you the... Did I cut out again there? I was just saying I'm gonna hand it over to Nikki and I'll be right back.
Testing. Hello. All right. Honestly, this looks picture perfect. I don't know how goopy peach cobbler is supposed to be, but yeah, let's give it a try. Also, I've never had peach cobbler before, so I don't really know how to judge it, but you know. Ooh, that is a lot better than I expected. The top is nice and crispy. A lot of it is just like sugar and sweetness and stuff. But
hate.
Yeah, you know me, I hate sweet stuff. And I don't know how I feel about the 7-Up. It really, I don't know how to say it. It gives it like some, like too much acidity, I guess, and it's like a lemony drink. But I think the vanilla yogurt really helps balance it out. Yeah, it's really good. I'm not a huge fan of peach flavor as a whole, but yeah, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. I think the 7-Up kind of kills it a little bit.
Really, the 7-Up?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna give this back to Sushi.
Take it.
Yeah. I meant the microphone.
I'll do it. Chat says, yeah, a 7-Up out of 10 feels fair.
Why didn't I think of that?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna give it a try as well. And I'm gonna steal one of Nikki's fancy plates. This tiny one. Oh, yeah, there's been a bit of a chemical reaction while we've been away on the cake we're working on, a mysterious bubble has formed. It looks very scary and intimidating. More on that later.
I don't like that.
We'll check that out in a moment. But you should be scared. You should be frightened. We all should be. We all should be. Okay, I'm just gonna do the teeny tiniest square of this because I still have a cooking stream to do. So, just gonna plop this onto a plate. Yeah! Get some peach in there. I mean, yeah. No, I definitely want to give this a go. This might actually be down my alley. You never know. Okay, peach cobbler. Peach and raz cobbler. Give this a try. Mmm. Oh, yum. I like that. I like that. I notice more the peach than the 7-Up, if I can be completely honest. It's got a small hint of 7-Up as an aftertaste, which yes, that is, it's very incredibly funny to say that, but not bad, not bad. The first notes that hit you is the crunchy top of the cake. It is quite crunchy on top, which is nice. And then it's just a heavy peach flavor. And a little bit of sourness from raspberries. This is nice. This is not bad. Again, like if you have a guest over and you microwave a slice of this, and then some cool yogurt on top, then you have something really nice. Very reminiscent of like a nice slice of apple pie in a lot of ways. So I enjoy. I'm gonna say this is an 8 out of 10 for me. I think this is actually pretty tuned to the kind of desserts I like. It's fruity. It's fruity. It's crumbly. You have a few different textures going on. Approved! Approved! Sushi approved. No, I like that. I like that. Peach cobbler gets a thumbs up. I can't do up because then you can't see that I'm doing a thumbs up. So thumbs to the side, which means up. Very important. Very important. Cathy! Cathy. You had me fooled. I thought it was gonna be crap, but it was good. It's good! That's 1-0 Cathy me, okay? 1 point to Cathy. Now, I would like to continue with this mysterious, this mysterious creation here that's taking on a life of its own. Before we do, we gotta check on the cake that's in the oven. Because this boy is a beauty. Look at this. Whoa! That is so big. That is so big. I think this one is gonna be amazing. It smells amazing. And it's puffed up so much. So much. I think this is gonna be a banger. I believe. I believe. But you know, we still have work to do. Before it's carrot cake time, we gotta deal with this. We gotta deal with whatever the hell this is. I have no idea. I have no idea. This is... Which one are we up to? This is the brownies we're working on, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So. Oh, yes. Yes, I remember now. It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me. We need to melt some butter and chocolate. I remember now. I remember. Like it was yesterday. One moment. I will get a pot. And I guess we can move the camera again. This is brown. Yeah, I know, right? Pretty wild. I'm actually gonna swap back here because... Whoop! All right. Oh, did I turn on the heat somehow? I did. Okay, how much butter and how much chocolate? 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of butter. All right. So I'm gonna assume that's roughly flamingo. Okay. I'm just making a mess. You know me. You know me. Sorry for the noise. It was just some spice things that fell over. We're all good. I was gonna say, I'm gonna roughly shape this butter to be the size of this flamingo measuring instrument, okay? Sorry for the scare. Sorry for the scare, it happens. It seems like a lot of butter. But that's what it says. That's what it says. We have to trust in Cathy. I mean, she delivered once now. So we have to believe that she's gonna deliver again. Now, for chocolate, we need... How much? 12 ounces. 12 ounces of chocolate chips. Oh god, does anyone know what the hell an ounce is? How much is 12 ounces in grams? Can someone look that up for me? If you do, you will have my forever appreciation and love, okay? 340? 340. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna do a mix of milk chocolate chips and dark chocolate ones. I think we'll have to meet the need that we have here. Meet the requirements. So 1 bag of milk chocolate chips and then 1 of dark chocolate. And that should be about right. Let me get a little thing to stir with. My UK flavored chargers came in. Oh, how are they? They taste good? Love a good charge. Love a good charge. We just want this to melt. I'll put it on medium for now, but the second that starts bubbling, I'm gonna turn it down again. The next step is just to stir in the chocolate and butter. So first I'll give this a good stir. This weird, scary concoction. You ready to pop this bubble? Oh my... That's not what I expect. Why is this like solid like that? Why is it like... Bull? Okay, well I'll just start mixing things up. Scary. Scary is what it is. That really is quite difficult to mix. What's happening to that? Oh, you know, it's just the demons taking over. Evolution. You heard of it. Cake science is weird. It's really weird. I'm a little freaked out. And I'm a big freak. All right. I don't know how much more I can mix that. So let's see how chocolate and butter is doing. Just a little bit more now, and then that's gonna go in next. I mean, you can't go wrong with this part though. The other part might look cursed, it might look like it's about to evolve into some sort of new hobgoblin, but this, I mean, 2 types of chocolate and butter? Yeah, scrumdiddlyumptious, if I might say so myself. We'll help you out, Mox. Don't stress. Aw, yeah, you don't be scared, Mox. I know it's a long way to travel from the States over to the UK, but I promise we'll take good care of you. And if there's any stage where you feel like it would be nice to have someone to travel with and stuff like that, then we'll figure something out. I promise. I promise. We have a really good community in that way. I don't think anyone's getting left behind. And hey, last CobbleCon, I mean, I was just taking the train over there and suddenly the train stops at a random station and Graffy and Ballblair are standing there, so... I mean, I didn't even plan to meet up with anyone that time, and we just ended up, you know, adding more kobolds as we traveled towards CobbleCon. Towards the end, there was just a big bunch of kobolds and a dragon. Hooray! Honestly though, that was like the nicest surprise. Like, because CobbleCon, it's tiny. Our community, it's tiny. So just randomly bumping into someone I know from a different country at a random UK train station, it was like the best moment ever. I was so giddy. So rare that happens. Fast Zombie, thank you so much for 36 months of support. You're an absolute gem is what you are. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alright, this is nice and melted. Let's take this back to the cursed concoction and see if we can improve it somehow. I have my doubts. It's looking pretty grim over here. It's not become any prettier since the last time you were here. So hopefully a bunch of chocolate will help. Here's hoping. Okay, and then it says just to stir that for a little bit. Oh my god, this is dense. This is some dense liquid that we've created. It feels, when I lift this thing, it's got like a hefty weight to it. It's like a little dumbbell. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's very heavy. Bebo, thank you so much for 57 months and welcome on in. So good to see you, my dragon. How you doing? How you doing today? We're making some cursed dump cakes. So far they've been tasty, so there's that. The process is more cursed than the end result, thankfully. Alright, what do we do with this now? Add flour, baking powder, cinnamon, chili powder, and salt. Okay, how much flour? Almost a full flamingo of flour. You got that, chat? I just woke up from an unscheduled nap? What? Aw, dragons can take a long nap. They can. It's only fair. It's only fair. I hope it was a good one. Okay, so I would say that That's like 3/4 of flamingo. Oh, that is a cursed image in my chat. Embrace the dump. I'm so scared. How could you do this to my childhood hero, Sonic the Hedgehog? Don't pawn this dumpage onto Sonic. He's innocent. He's an innocent little hedgehog man. Let him be. No, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have to say thank you. That's cursed, but I have to say thank you. So thank you for the curse. I will add it to my collection. Okay, 2 teaspoons baking powder. 1, 2. You see, I did like 10 centimeters apart. So it's not gay. You know me. Very masculine figure. Very masculine, straight role model. Where am I going next? I am going to get cinnamon and chili powder and salt. How much cinnamon? How much cinnamon? 1 teaspoon cinnamon. 1 to 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Half a teaspoon salt. Okay, salt first. Wow. I'm sorry, this is tired. No, you're fine, you're fine. We're having fun, we're having fun. Cinnamon. Ground cinnamon, right there. Like to get away. I see it. All right. And then we need some chili powder. Chili powder. Hot chili powder. Let's see. 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoon. 2.5 teaspoon. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going off course a little bit here. I can't help myself. I want this to have a little bit of heat. And I know I'm not gonna feel just 1 teaspoon. Oh, a little bit more. I hate to say it, but this is starting to look really good. Told ya. Cathy knows what's up. It's very difficult to stir though, because it's so thick. Very thick. It's like so dense that it doesn't really want to mix or absorb anymore. Yeah. Very dense. We like it thick here. Yeah, that's fair. Me too. Look at my mixing stick. Like, it's not going anywhere. It's just bending in the middle here. You see this? I'm not mixing anything. It's like Jell-O compared to the thickness of this broth that we've just made. Oh. Oh my god, that's actually heavy. All right. Well, I would keep stirring this, but I have an important announcement to make. Another cake is near completion. It is our zucchini spice bundt cake. And let me see. It needs to cool for 10 minutes. Invert onto a wire rack. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's scary. I'm not doing that. Shit. Oven gloves. Oh, what the heck? Nickel Possum steal my oven gloves.
My bad.
Nikki's like, I'm gonna take this to my room. Oh, chat, look at her. Look at her though. I think she's a beaut. Look at this. That's not bad. That looks like a carrot cake, doesn't it? So we've gotten this far. Not bad. I think there's potential here. And if I'm not mistaken, this is one of those easily removable forms. Let's see if we can unclip this. It's falling apart a little bit, but not too bad. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let that cool for a bit before we... Maybe I'll even put the thing back around it just so it doesn't fall apart. Oh, that might be easier said than done to get that back on, actually. Ah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. So we'll let that cool for just 10 minutes. And then we'll try to serve up, I guess, a slice of this? Yeah. That's not cake, that's art. Oh, thank you, thank you. It does say that optionally for this one we can make a sugar glaze, like, I guess icing? Why don't they just write icing? Why call it sugar glaze? I just say icing. Just Cathy. But you know what? I think I just want to dust this with caster sugar a little bit on top. I kinda don't want to cover this in glaze, or it's just gonna taste like sugar. Cathy wants you to know that it's sugar. Well, now I know. Now I know. Alright. Well. So I think the brownies we're making here is gonna have to be the last one we do. It is getting it's getting pretty late. So let's finish this one up. Let's get this one cooking, and then we can try out our carrot cake while this is in the oven. So let's see, where are we? Cinnamon, chili powder, salt. Stir until blended. Spread batter in prepared pan. Okay. In prepared pan. Oh wait, actually shit! We even have one more cake, don't we? That's on standby. I forgot about that. No cakes left behind, chat. We have our multi-maple cornbread, of course, which is gonna finish in 20 minutes. Oh my god, I almost forgot one of the cakes that it's just been sitting next to the air fryer waiting. Crazy, huh? Alright. Well, we got it. Take care of this guy. You see this right here? This soup that's sitting next to the air fryer, this has to go in. Of course. Soup time. Alright, so for this one, not for as long, but way hotter. So, up to 200, I think. Boom. We'll let that do its thing. Where are you hiding these cakes? I don't know. I don't know. I find space for them somehow. Look, there's even a secret zucchini over here. You believe this? Sushi's caked up. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been working out, Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Now for this one, what do we want to stick this one in? Having a good think about this. I think we can maybe this? Do you think it's gonna overflow like crazy if we do it like this? I guess if they're brownies, we want something with a shorter lip, don't we? So maybe another oven-proof dish is the way to go with this. And I have a nice square one that I think might be perfect. Yeah, this should do, shouldn't it? Yeah, that's perfect. So this goes in here. It does say to add some baking paper for this one. So I'll trust in Cathy, okay? And I will try to line this as best as I can. In Cathy we trust. I took way too much paper. Sushi after eating 4 cakes. We're gonna freeze most of these here today. We're not gonna throw them out. That I can promise you. They're not gonna go in the bin because I have a sweet tooth and I live with someone who also has a sweet tooth, so you know, they're not going in the bin. You can sleep soundly knowing that they will be eaten. But I'm gonna try to pace myself. I will. Honestly, I've been pretty good lately with dieting. I'm happy with my efforts. I feel like I've been good at holding myself back a little bit. You can crumple the paper under running water, and you will fit it in there much easier. Under running water. That's interesting. Sounds like a good trick, but I'm just gonna be an idiot. Yeah, you didn't count on me being an idiot, did you? Wait. Should be okay. Should be okay. Oh, try and get most of this dense scoop into there. Holy flip. I think this is another spoon situation. This is some thick brownie batter. Is it still batter if it's for brownies? I guess it is. For some reason, like it feels so much less floury to me, mostly because of the color and the consistency. So I don't think of it as batter for some reason. In my head, brownies are different from a regular cake. Okay, and I'm just gonna push the paper to the side a bit so this can hopefully fill up the pan. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Let it ooze out a bit. I said ooze out, buddy. Okay, that's good, that's good. Oh my lord, what's going on in chat? Let's see. Hello, Draken. How you doing? Welcome on in. You made molasses. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, well, this is gonna be our last cake here, so I'm thinking, back to the carrot cake, huh? We gotta serve this guy up. No, not this guy, not the soup. That's not done. This guy. Yeah. Maybe I'll even transfer this over to the main chopping board. A little bit easier to see over here. One more cake. Well, we have the cornbread in the oven, and then one more after that. Which, depending on how long the cook time is for the brownie, I might just let that go off stream, we'll see, and send you a picture in Discord. We'll see. I am wary that I don't want to, stay up to 2 in the morning baking dump cakes. Probably not the best of ideas, but this guy is looking beautiful though. Come on, look at this. That's not shabby. I'm really interested to see how the zucchini plays into this. Looks great for, again, a thing that we mostly dumped into a bowl. $2 a.m. dump cakes. Oh yeah. You don't want to dump at 2 a.m. I don't want to dump at 2 a.m. no. I got other things to worry about at 2 a.m. Okay. Try to... Oh, don't fall apart, please. So it is a bit brittle, I'll say. It is coming apart a little bit at the seams, but that's okay. Let's see, can I get this off without the whole thing falling apart? That's the question. Oh no! I took the whole side. Oh, put that back on. The goodest new. No one's gonna know. It's you and my secret chat. It's between the two of us, all right? Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Okay. So, here we have a little bit. I'm just gonna double check that there's nothing we need to add as a topping for this one. Just either sugar glaze or casting sugar. So we'll do a little bit of casting sugar, not too much. Again, I want predominantly the flavor of the cake to come through and not just sugar. But we can do a teeny tiny bit. Alright chat, I'm gonna hand this over to Nikki again for the taste test. It's more fun to have someone else try it out first thing. So let me mute myself. I'll hand this over to Nikki. And it's cake inspection time.
Hello, I'm here for the free cake. Also, I gotta say, look at the size of this lad. You can't really tell from this angle, but it's like so fucking tall. Like crazy. I'm really interested because you can see it has like bits of carrot and like the zucchini and stuff. I'm very interested in how this will taste. So let's give it a try. That is still pretty hot, but
Yeah, I see it steaming.
yeah, honestly, it's a lot less sweet than I expected. Yeah, it's really, really lovely. Yeah, the problem with this is that we probably just... Sushi will go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and there'll be like a big bite mark and half the cake will be gone.
Well, it was supposed to be a bundt cake, so you can do like the middle section.
Yes, I can just bite. I can bite through here. Yeah, eevee. Yeah, but no, this is great. I feel like maybe a little bit of glazing would have elevated it a little bit even, a bit more even. But yeah, it's great. And honestly, it's not like zucchini has like a, you know, massive flavor profile, so it's not like you're tasting vegetables or anything when you eat it. So yeah, really good. I think you'll like it.
Okay, chat. Okay, chat. I'm back. I'm back. It's my turn to taste the cake. Glowing reviews from Nikki, who said it's good, but it needs to be sweeter. More icing, more sugar. Honestly, I get really sick of cake if it's really sweet. I'll have one bite of a really sugary cake and then I'm good for the next like 3 months. I've tasted that. I've had that. I know what it's like. It's not interesting to me anymore. So something a bit more savory. Probably I would like more. Let's see what it's like. Oh, shit. Once again. It is coming apart at the seams. Let me just patch that back up. It will be our secret, chat. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Okay. Let's give this a go. It looks steaming hot still, so I'm gonna be careful. A tiny little bit. Oh, that is great. Yeah, like Nikki said, it's not really sweet. It has a subtle sweetness to it, but it's certainly not one of the main flavor profiles, I would say. What it is though, it's got kind of an interesting texture. because you have, well, the vegetables inside of the cake mixed in, and they're kind of like little chunks. Really good, really good. I hate to say it, but so far, it's all been all right. Both this and the cobbler, I think it's great. This is my fave out of the two. Is the cake for vegetarians or vegans? Oh god, I don't know. You might have to look at have a look at the cookbook yourself and go through the ingredients and make triple sure that it is. But yeah, don't know. I want one more bite. Really good, really good. This one I recommend. This one I really recommend. If you like a spicy carrot cake, then this is spot on. Yeah, really good. I'm gonna finish that slice. And I'm gonna finish whatever's left of this. In due time. In due time. Freeze most of it, but eventually I'll get to it. Great stuff. Great stuff. You did it, Cathy. You did good. You did actually really good. Amazing. Amazing. So far it's been a lot of doubt, and then it's turned out quite nice. Can't ask for a better result than that. Time for this bat to go roost. You take care. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I promise I will get going soon as well, but we gotta at least try out this cornbread because it is almost done as well. Do you want to see it? Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's a big old thing. It's a big old thing of something. Hopefully something good. It's growing, oh yeah. Yeah, this one is gonna be the biggest potential surprise today for me, I think. Because I can't say I've had a lot of cakes made with the cornmeal or corn-based ingredients in general. Very much sounds like American cuisine. I know we use a lot of corn in your cooking. Not so much of a thing right here, but very interested to give it a try. I do love my corn. The dragon stout cornbread, yeah. We are big on corn. I respect it. I respect a good corn, okay? Don't take this as hate. I'm just saying cakes with corn? Nah, not something I can say I've had much of. Mainly corn syrup, but still, I count it. I count it. Corn's corn. Whether a cob or syrup. Alright, couple more minutes. I'm gonna take this bad boy out. And then I have some good news about the brownies. They only need to go in for 15 minutes, I think. I take it back. It's significantly longer than 15 minutes. Oh well. The first step was 15 minutes and then it goes out and then back in. So I think what I'll do for the brownies is I'll let that bake off stream, and then I'll post some pictures of it. I can even record myself trying it out if you want me to. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But yeah, just for the sake of time. I know some people are eager to go to bed. And you don't want to miss out on something on the stream, so I respect that. I respect that fully. So we'll give this cornbread a try, and then I'll get you a video of the taste test of the brownie later on. I am quite interested since it has chili in it and lots of it. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I will have to say though, shout out to Cathy Mitchell today. I mean, goddamn. Goddamn, Cathy. You delivered. Your cakes look terrifying when you just dump a bunch of ingredients together in a pot. It looks scary. It looks like it's gonna probably evolve into a goblin creature and attack you in your sleep. But once it's been in the oven, hey, it's cake. It's cake. I know, it's the name of the book, but still, I'm surprised. It's cake. How did you do this? How did you do this, Cathy? What a genius. It's kind of interesting how the book seems to wean you off cake mix towards doing it yourself, the later recipes. I guess that's a good point. I don't know how. It might be that it's like every other still relies on cake mix. I do see that as being a really convenient part of these recipes, right? Is that you can just dump it into a thing and you get cake. So probably a lot of recipes that do use cake mix, but yeah, good that you get a selection. It could have just been the one thing and it never would have like challenged you or taken it to another level in terms of learning about cooking and, you know, mastering the skill of cooking, I guess baking, if you can call it this, in this case. But yeah, an interesting one it is. I would like to try more of these recipes. But specifically, chat, tell me if you would be open to this, but Cathy Mitchell obviously has more than just the Dump Cakes cookbook. And one I was almost considering doing instead of Dump Cakes, because I love cooking food more than I do baking, was one called Dump Dinners. Same concept, but it's dinner foods instead of cakes. So maybe as, you know, another, I say simpler cooking stream, next time we could do dump dinners. Because it does cut out a little bit of the process that I don't have to sit down and craft the recipes from scratch and, you know that I'm putting something out there that I actually think is good and respectable, because people are gonna try making it, right? That's the problem with writing my own recipes, is they have to be solid or I end up disappointing a lot of people. So maybe doing another cookbook from time to time is not the worst idea. Dump dinners all day, let's do it. Oh, what if we do... Okay, don't hold me to this. What if we do a marathon cooking stream at some point? What if I go from like 12 to 6 and I just cook? Because I could keep going with this if it wasn't so late. We will hold you to this, don't hold me to this. Oh, I'm gonna have a think about this. Yeah, marathon cooking stream could be so much fun. Didn't you do that 2 Christmases ago? I guess so. I guess you could count that. You've put it out there, now you have to. Yeah, I know. Secretly, deep down, I know. I like being held accountable. Alright. Well, chat. We have one more guy to check out. And it's this beautiful cornbread thing. Look at this! I mean, it is something. Chat, if there's one thing I can say about this cornbread, it is that it is something. It sure is something. I think this needs to cool for like 10 minutes. But I might get ahead of myself and just start digging into this. I might just. Alright, let me see if I can find the thing to put this on so we can, sorry, I'm just making some noise again, don't be scared. It's just dragons doing dragon things. As dragons do. Oh, wow, hey! Look at that, it's even got a nice little shine on top. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. Let me triple check that I don't need to add something on top of this. Serve warm. No, that's it. That's it. To be enjoyed as is. I think I might just cut out a little bit. Oh, it's solid. It's solid at least. No liquid this time. And it's sticking together. Okay. Thick crust, yeah, very much so. Oh, that looks pretty good. That's steaming hot though. That's steaming hot though, so I'm gonna take this and put it on the plate. Let it cool down. God damn. God damn. It looks great though. That looks right. Oh, it's so warm. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of this, but it's there. It's there. We have a raid from Joey Buckaroo. Hello, Joey! Hello, Joey, and welcome on in. We are doing a special cooking stream today. All about dump cakes, yes! From Cathy Mitchell's Quick and Easy Dump Cakes Cookbook. As requested specifically by chat. And we've made a number of delicious treats today. Let's see. Obviously we have this guy over here. And over here we have a carrot cake. Oh, some brownies there. All the way over there, peach cobbler. Oh man. Yeah, we've been hard at work. And now we're gonna taste test the final item before I think I'm gonna call it for today. So you've joined us just in time. This is cornbread that we've made. It is a dump cake. In other words, we've just dumped a bunch of ingredients in, we've chucked it into the oven, and it came out like this. So, first bite. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Oh man. So that is very similar to the carrot cake in texture, but it's sweeter. It's generally sweeter, which adds up, right? Really good. Really quite good. Another banger. I'm gonna have to give this to Nikki for a little try as well. This is so good. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full of food. Wow. Actually, why don't you take that little piece, Nikki, and I'll mute myself and start handing over the mic.
It's me, Nickel Possum. You can tell because my nails are not done. Anyway, took a little bit of the cake, of the cornbread. Let's give it a try. It's pretty hot. Hopefully it's not mouth-burning hot. No? Alright, let's give it a go. That is maybe a bit too hot. I can barely taste it because it's so hot, but like it has like a really good like aftertaste. Oh my god, yeah. That really tastes like what I always expected cornbread to taste like.
Yeah.
And you can taste the hint of the flavor of the stout. Yeah, stout.
Yeah, you can, can't you?
I'm gonna get so drunk, dude.
It's a pretty complicated flavor for cornbread. Right?
What else did you put in it?
So
Hard beer, butter, syrup, baking powder. Yeah, I guess it's the stout that really gives it an aftertaste. It's really tasty, and again, it's not like too overpowering or anything. It's perfect snacking bread. The stout, yeah, exactly. Oh, damn, we're eating good tonight, buddy.
All right, well, there we are, chat. That's, I know we didn't, manage to do like 50 cakes all at once in one stream, go figure. But we did manage to do 3 of them, and they're all delicious. What? They're all delicious. So how can I give Cathy Mitchell's Quick and Easy Dump Cakes book more than 5 stars out of 5? Like, what the fuck? All of these are great and they're fast to do. I like this because I don't like baking. I hate baking. And this takes all the brain power out of it. You just dump a bunch of things in, you stick it in the oven, you're done. You're done. You have edible thing. Love it. Love it. This might actually get me into baking a little bit more. Because, yeah, I've just never really loved the process. And yeah, I get a lot of weird comments about this because, yeah, obviously I love cooking, so how could I not like baking? But for me, I think dinner meals are more of a nice sort of end result to me than a dessert. I crave a good dinner more than I crave a good dessert, so that's really all that it is for me. But this has been a good little first step into baking. Chat, give Cathy some love. Give Cathy some love. I'm gonna bake the brownies because I have the batter on the ready here. I'm sorry for cutting this part out, but I will update you afterwards with a video. Maybe I'll post it tomorrow in the Discord server. And I'll give it a little taste test. And we can see how it turns out. But this has been an enormous success. So next time, I would love to do some dump dinners from Cathy Mitchell as well. I'm 100% on board. I am 100% on board. Chat, thank you so much. Thank you so much for a warm welcome back into cooking streams and my kitchen. I hope this has been a treat to watch. Thank you so much for being so good to me, for being so supportive in chat, for being so fun to be around. Like, this flew by for me. 3 hours felt like, I'm gonna say 40 minutes. So that's always a great sign. That is it for now. I'm not gonna do the horde or anything. I just don't feel confident it's gonna work 100% on this computer again. I will do some more work to get this up to speed. For now, let me just have a look and see who's live. I should be logged into Twitch on here, so let's see. Why don't we raid on over to Betrayal, who's doing some deadlock? You know, support in the world. Say hello from me. And I'm muted. I was just saying that Betrayal's great. We're raiding over to Betrayal. Say hello from me. Have a good rest of your evening. Have a good Friday tomorrow. And last stream of the week will be on Sunday. Then it's Nordic FuzzCon time. But yeah, make sure you have TF2 installed for Sunday. And I'll see you then. And I'll see you in community night tomorrow in a VR chat. Good night, folks. Good night. Be well. This has been so much fun. Thanks again. Thanks again. All right. Bye. 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 Love y'all.